So 3 separate trailers that ties together. Interesting. Now, again, I think, some people had spoken to the fact that maybe this would be the separate teams, right? So maybe like you get the Avengers set up, you get the X-Men set up, and then maybe you get Doom's team or Captain America's team or something. That could be what it is. I don't really think so, dude. I don't really think so. And, I go back to that description, that one description of like Doom, and he's talking about suffering, and he's talking about his beginning and all of that, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that could be the first trailer or the third trailer? Because I could kind of see it either way, but to be honest with you, I kind of lean towards that being the first trailer. Because, let's just think about this. Okay, let's just think about this. If there are 3, there's still a first one. And there has to be a first one that is still operating essentially as a teaser. Right? Meaning, they can't just even though there's 3, they can't act like they're on the second one first and be like, hey, we're in the middle of this fucking fight. Dr. Doom's controlling the Sentinels. Oh my God. Shit like that. You can't just start like that. You got to start with Doom. You got to start with Doom. So I actually think that if that description was real, the leaked one, then that's the one that maybe you start with. Okay. But I suppose you could start with the Avengers looking into the universe and seeing how things are destroyed and torn apart as well. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would say the first one needs to kind of introduce Victor, which is so crazy. We're going to hear the voice for the first time, which you've heard it here before. My name is Doom, and can't wait to hear that. So we get to hear the voice for the first time. We're likely going to see the physical performance of RDJ, the physicality, the aura, the swagger, the stride, all of these things, which I'm going to put under a fucking microscope because basically all I do is weaponize my autism to fucking figure out what's going on with Marvel, right? So that's insane, and I'm very excited to see all of that. You would imagine he has to kind of explain, where you been. You know what I mean? Where you been, Doom? You know what I mean? Who the fuck are you anyways, right? Because, brother, the last time we checked, it was Kang, the Conqueror that, was defeated by ants and crazy-ass white women in the legal system. So I don't know. It's who are you? Where have you been? And maybe there's explanation for that. Maybe there's dialogue. Maybe there's a way to say it. That one description did have Doom, and he's talking about his loss, and he's in a graveyard, and we can assume maybe he's at the grave of his version of Sue, his version of Franklin, if those rumors are to be believed. He talks about this eternal prison. He talks about breaking free, and there's all this action stuff. I suppose that could work as a first chapter, but then it's yo, what would the second chapter be? What could the second chapter be? Well, I'll tell you this. If that leak is real and it ends with Peggy and Steve, then what if the second trailer is a little bit more of Peggy and Steve? That could be interesting. So you start with introducing Doom, introducing Chaos, and then Steve. And then maybe the second part is a little bit more of Steve, what he had done, maybe even teasing what he knows. Some flashback stuff to his time with Tony. And then perhaps even him talking to Loki. And sort of a thing where they're like, you know what you have to do. And Cap's like, I can do this all day. And then boom. You know what I mean? We send off. Something like that could be really, really cool. And then what would the third one be? And so in order to explain maybe what the third one would be, we kind of have to talk about, well, what are they hiding? Because, you know, we've got these teams here, which are fully explored and discussed. What are they hiding? Well, they're not hiding the X-Men. They're not hiding the Fantastic Four. They're not hiding Loki. They're not hiding Thor. They're not hiding Victor. They're not hiding, you know, the Thunderbolts. They're not hiding, you know, Reed and all them. Right now, it is suggested that who they're hiding really is like Haley Atwell and Chris Evans. But if Christian is correct and there's a version where maybe they show them, then they're not going to be hiding them for long. The other thing is the multiversal Avengers. And so I truly think there's two teams that we don't have a lot of official stuff about, and that would be Doom's team, Doom's secret team, whatever that is, Doom's Illuminati, maybe, Multiversal Masters of Evil, maybe, I don't know. And then the multiversal Avengers. So I think multiversal Avengers, Doom's team, which includes probably like the Doom bots that are maybe not Doom bots and all that jazz, right? I guess what I would ask is this. Do you think they're going to tease some of that shit? Because, like, I almost don't think so, right? Like, I almost don't think so because that's like the juice. That's like the real crazy stuff. Unless there's even more crazy stuff. And some of the stuff hasn't even been shot yet. Like, I don't know. But I mean, damn. I mean, if I were to do it, I'd do a 3-parter. The first one really talks about Doom. The second one talks about Steve Rogers and maybe leads into the multiversal Avengers. And then maybe the third one teases Doom's actual team and some wild ass dark shit. King Thanos, Hydra Cap, you know, some shit like that. I mean, that's a nice little 1, 2, 3. But maybe way too crazy. So that's just kind of some of my speculation. I'll open it up to questions and comments. Like, what do you guys think? What do you think could be there? Nathan says Doom uses his face to portal in all the Tony fights at the end of Avengers at the final fight. Happy birthday. You mean like some dream walking kind of stuff? I do wonder how explicit they're going to get with what might actually be going on with Doom and Tony. That is an interesting question as well. Yeah. Not really sure. What if each trailer is from a different team's perspective where they're at currently? That could work. Like the Avengers are like, oh shit. And then the X-Men are like, oh my God, you know, maybe. Yeah. Do you think Mephisto made a deal with Kang for Doom's soul and Tony dying frees Doom? There could be something like that went on. Yeah. A black screen with Earth 616 in the trailer from Earth's perspective. 2 weeks, they show 838 and so on. Slowly introduce multiple universes to the normies. I don't think that's even the most confusing thing that they have to get the normies to understand. I think they could understand a lot of that. Oh, I think I just read it, bud. Doom uses his face to portal? Yeah, I just read that. You must be a little delayed, or maybe the stream's a little delayed. Oh, I misread it. Huh? Oh, a bunch of Tonys? Well, they're not really Tonys, though, right? I see what you did there. Okay, yeah, but they're not really Tonys, so yeah. I think it's going to be similar to the Comic-Con trailer they showed us in 2018. Visuals of all the players, big moments from the Doom Qual to Thanos moon pool. You really think that's what it is? I mean, maybe they use some of that stuff, but what's the context of it? You know what I mean? Baby Bird says, happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Love to the fam. Thank you so much. I have so much fun stuff planned for my birthday. Stuff that I'm not going to reveal. But trust me, Papa Josh going to have a real good time. We're taking the kids to Grandma's. Grandma's got the kids until Sunday. So I'm kind of hoping there's not a lot going on Saturday so I can just chill, play video games, and hang out. But if there is, I'll be live. Are you excited for the Stranger Things finale? No. We are a whole year away. Hope we're not getting our expectations too out of control. Yeah, fair. But I would argue that what Marvel needs to do is understand that they should be exceeding expectations the whole way. And I think they can. I think there's a way to do it. I think they'll do something along the lines of that duo teaser we got for House of the Dragon Season 2. They showed both perspectives. Maybe. I mean, we don't even know that this is real, right? I mean, this is a great rumor, and I think Gore was I think they all got wasted at this party and somebody fucked up. Told them too much, but I don't know that for sure, right? The only thing that makes no sense is getting this out before Brand New Day. New footage when that is out in less than 8 months. Yeah, but they filmed so much more of Doomsday. You know, remember, Doomsday delayed itself by 7 months and never stopped filming. I mean, eventually they stopped, but meaning they didn't like, oh shit, delay it, let's recalibrate, and what are we going to do? Nope. They delayed it and just kept working, which means there's a lot of these shots that were picture locked and have just been being worked on in the visual effects department and sharpened, which is probably why Daniel said a couple of weeks ago, it's the best looking movie the Russos had ever seen. Because he either saw the trailer or, you know, somebody that saw the trailer told him this shit looks great. So just food for thought. Josh, I think the two teams that they're going to introduce in Doomsday are the prehistoric Avengers with Odin and Squadron Supreme. I mean, I would love that. That's so fucking nerdy, dude. But the normies would be like, what? You know? The normies would be like, who the hell? So I don't know about that. My thoughts. First trailer reveals Doom's backstory, ending with Stephen Peggy. Second one is to focus on rescuing Monica and getting her out of the X-Men universe. Oh, that's kind of fun. Last one needs to be about Franklin. Wow. Okay. I like where your head's at. Yeah. A lot of different ways they could slice it, huh? Editing must be crazy on Doomsday with all that footage. Yeah, of course. I mean, they've been working on it a lot, guys. I mean, they've been working on it a lot, right? 2026 will be the best year for Marvel after 2019. Yeah, unless 2027 is better. I mean, but let's just find out. Because, look, I'm very excited for Doomsday. And I'm so glad that the Russos are back and that they dialed it the fuck up. Because I think Kang Dynasty was just going to be lame. Like, everything I heard about, I was like, man, that's fucking lame, dog. This seems like incredible. And it's not even Secret Wars. Like, dude, this shit seems incredible. And it's a prelude to God, Emperor Doom and Secret Wars. Like, dude, what? Crazy. Big Russo energy, indeed. Josh, is it possible also that Steve we're going to see is Nomad, not Hydra Captain America? I think it's possible you see both. Here's the thing. One of the scoopers told me Hydra Captain America is not in this thing, but Chris Claremont did say Hydra Cap was in this thing. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's possible that I think both things could be true, which is probably confusing, but there's a way. Ethical Prod says, what are the odds we catch Kang hints or even Kang himself in one of these trailers? Happy early B-Day too, man. Nerd Vengeance for life. Hey, appreciate you, man. I don't know. I'd give the odds. I'd say the odds are pretty low. Let's give it a 15% chance. I don't know, though, because, like, He Who Remains could still be really important to Victor's story. Yeah. I am concerned about RDJ Doom accent. I guess we'll find out, man. We're going to find out very, very soon. Did you see the Noir poster? Ben Reilly? Yeah, you know what's funny, Mike? Or Mikkel? We talked about that a long time ago, dude. I heard Ben Reilly, like, mad early, and I did talk about it, but I know things get lost in the sauce and everything, but, yeah, it's Ben Reilly. He's a fraud. Wait, what? What if each trailer has Doom, but introduces each team that will be fighting him? Yeah, could be. That would be fun. Yeah. What story for Thor in these movies is going to be? Because Thor movie is going to be released after Secret Wars. Well, I'm not 100% sure about all of that. I mean, I've heard some things, but you never know. I mean, that's pretty far away. I think they're cooking a lot there. I'd rather just maybe wait on that. Josh, with all the bombs in Phase 4 and 5, do you think we look back on some of the bad Fox X-Men a little bit more fondly? Dark Phoenix excluded. That shit was ass. Yeah, so frankly, I watched The Apocalypse, John, which I never saw when it first came out. I was just so over the Fox X-Men at the time. It's better than I thought it would be. You know, that Apocalypse one was decent. So, yeah, I think that's probably true. And I really like Days of Future Past. You know, I think First Class is maybe the best X-Men movie in general, if not Logan. So, I mean, they got some juice over there, for sure. Steve McTee, thank you for the 10 spot, brother. Says, happy birthday, Josh. The trailer should start with Tony during the snap. Doom roughly says, I had a dream of my demise. I believed was a lie, but that dream uncovered a multiverse of lies. Let's go. What is he, fucking Dr. Seuss? No, that's not bad, brother. I'm just playing. That's actually not bad. Something like that could be really cool, and I appreciate the 10 spot, man. Thank you. Fuck King, keep his aunt losing ass in the past. My God. Justin's here. I think every team has an OP character that they have to protect, like Sentry, Franklin, and Doom is his own OP. Yeah, that's fair. That is a cool thing that's going on for sure. I said roughly. I know, I'm just teasing you. We don't need to talk about Majestic. Dude almost ruined all my hard work over the last 3 months. Forget about him. Yeah, I mean, look, what else? I already said the whole thing with Majestic. You know what I mean? And it's like, what people, I think, don't get, and look, nuance is like really hard on the internet. I don't know what it is about these screens that fucking, you know, I don't know what it is that makes this shit hard, but I said basically from Jump Street that Majestic was accurate mostly because he got access to that Discord. And so he's recycling things that come out of that Discord. And the reason that's significant is because he would go further than some of the scoopers would. He would hard confirm stuff that they wouldn't confirm. So I was looking for like little additional pieces here and there. But of course, then, you know, like I even said this with one of the things. I said, sometimes these scoopers get a big head. They start listening to too many people. They start getting addicted to the engagement, and they want to be first, and they want to be so clever. And they had this scoop, this, that, second, and the third. And this morning, yes, Majestic got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. And Cryptic set him up for it. And, like, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It doesn't mean he was lying the whole time, because basically, if you're confirming, if you're repeating stuff that, like, you know, is a Discord where, like, Perez is at and all these others, like, really good scoopers are at, then you're parroting accurate shit. Right? I don't know. Maybe the nuance is just impossible. First trailer is Doom heavy. Second is Steve Rogers heavy. And the third is X-Men heavy. That is a great formula. I would be completely down with that. Go Scorched Earth on Loveness. Loki season 1 finale beats your favorite Marvel show to a pulp. You heard me. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy. Is Avatar even good? The trailer is there. Yeah, Avatar is probably going to be fucking good, man. I think Avatar's sweet. I think it's dope. I think Quaritch is getting freaky with, you know, the Fire Clan Biddy, and I think all of that sounds great. Can you say what exactly happened with Majestic? I don't have Twitter. Yeah, so basically, Cryptic said some bullshit saying it was real, and then Majestic repeated it as an exclusive scoop or some shit like a little bit after that. And then Cryptic was like, I was fucking with you, you idiot, and then he, like, deleted his account, basically. Which, by the way, is a little bit of an overreaction, in my opinion. But I don't know. I don't know who any of these people really are. You know, I'm just Josh over here, man. I'm just trying to have a good time. Shit. So is Sam giving the shield back to Cap? I don't think so. I think there's going to be a lot of Captain Americas in this movie. Like maybe 100. Are we getting The Boys trailer tomorrow or Saturday? I'm not exactly sure, man. I am not exactly sure. Avatar's about to Avatar? Hell yeah, can't wait for it. Apocalypse was very comic booky feeling. Indeed. I did appreciate it. Just Josh not related to George Lucas. Exactly. Adam, shut the fuck up. There's more to that Majestic story. The timing was weird. Okay, well, hit me up. Yeah, hit me up about it. I don't really know too much more. That's what I saw happen. Birthday cake, what kind are you getting? What kind do you like? Actually, not a big cake fan. I prefer pies. I do like cheesecake, but is cheesecake a cake or a pie? I think that's actually, I would prefer some cheesecake, man. I'd like to get some cheesecake. Or really good tiramisu, but it has to be legit. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Oh, Jesus. Bubba Bulwer. You know what's funny, too, is like, I want you guys to take a guess of the restaurant I want to go to for my birthday. Dude, banana cream pie is actually great. Take a guess on what restaurant I want to go to for my birthday tomorrow that I told my wife that I want to go to. Just guess. Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden, Panda Express, McDonald's. You're all close. Steakhouse, Chili's, Ruth Chris. No. That's great. Maggiano's would be great, but there's none on this side of the city. Twin Peaks. Dude, Twin Peaks is. I would actually. I would. But no. It's Red Robin. Red Robin, and I'm gonna get a A1 peppercorn burger, and I'm gonna get a bonsai burger. Probably eat half of both and take the other halves to go. Your old job, dude. I liked the food. I don't know what you want me to say. I really like it. I really like Red Robin burgers, dude. Yeah, and the campfire sauce, bottomless fries. I'm gonna fucking fill my fat face, dude. I'm gonna be so fat after tomorrow. You guys are gonna see me, because I dropped a lot of weight, which you probably can't even tell, but like I'm actually close to 200 now, and I was like 250 earlier this year, so I'm close to 200, under 210. But dude, after Saturday or after tomorrow, when you guys see me on Saturday, you're gonna be like, dude, he's all the way back up to 250. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah. So, yeah, it should be a good birthday though. I'm excited. Smash burgers are way better. I like a good smash burger, but like, dude, I like particularly those two type of burgers were like my favorite, man, and I still have cravings for them. And then you know what I'm gonna get? A milkshake, and I'm gonna throw some vodka in it. Yep, I'm gonna have some adult milkshake, some vodka in my milkshake, and do the damn thing.